Hello, everyone. Welcome to Eco Farm Chronicles. Today, we explore the journey from humble sunflower seeds to a globally popular vegetable oil. With a production of hundreds of millions of liters per year, sunflower oil is one of the world's major cooking oils. Sunflowers, native to North America, have been cultivated by indigenous people for centuries. By the 19th century, sunflower oil began to spread widely in Europe and became a popular cooking oil throughout the 20th century. Technology, including mechanical presses and refining processes, has helped increase the quality and yield of sunflower oil. Oil production begins with the planting and care of sunflower plants to obtain the best quality sunflower seeds. Farmers monitor the growth of the plants, especially the color and condition of the flower heads, to determine the ideal time to harvest. The harvesting process requires careful inspection. Farmers check that the beans have reached their maximum size and that the petals have completely fallen off, ensuring that the flower heads are sufficiently ripe. The timing of the harvest also depends on the climate. The process is carried out on sunny days to avoid affecting the quality of the beans. When the flower heads turn brown or black, the harvester cuts the flower heads and sends them through a cutting and screening system. Here, the beans are separated from the flower heads via conveyors and rotating drums. For the best quality, the beans must be dehulled during the harvest with the help of equipment such as harvesters and vibrating drums. After the beans are dehulled, they are sent to the oil mill. Here, each batch of beans, typically 22,000 kilograms, is numbered and documented to ensure quality and traceability. Sunflower seeds are stored in storage silos with tightly controlled temperature and humidity to avoid exposure to moisture and contaminants. In the factory, the seeds undergo an initial cleaning process to remove large impurities such as stones, leaves, soil, and debris. This stage uses cleaning equipment such as screens and air separators with a processing capacity of up to 25,000 tons per hour. If the seeds are high in moisture, they are dried before moving on to the next stage to reduce the moisture content to the optimum level. After cleaning and sorting, the seeds are stored in silos or specialized containers, waiting to be ready for the extraction process. Careful storage ensures that the seeds are always of the best quality and meet the strict standards of the edible oil industry. Seed analysis is also important, ensuring that only qualified seeds are used. Next comes the dehulling process. This is necessary to remove the outer shell, preparing the seeds for roasting to improve the flavor and aroma of the oil. Roasting also softens the seeds, making them easier to grind, and helps break down the cells, making the oil easier to extract. Once the seeds have been roasted, they are fed into a press under controlled pressure. The temperature in the press is maintained below 40 degrees Celsius to preserve the beneficial nutrients in the oil. The operator controls the speed, pressure, and temperature to maintain the cold pressing process, a method that generates less heat and retains high nutritional value. Since heat is naturally generated when the seeds are pressed, the operator needs to pay attention to temperature control to avoid overheating. If the temperature increases, the lid will have to be opened to release the heat and reduce the pressure in the system. As the press operates, the oil slowly flows out, is collected and separated from the remaining residue. On average, 100 kilograms of seeds can produce about 38 liters of oil after pressing. The residue after pressing can be used as animal feed because it still has many nutrients. Although the cold pressing process produces less oil, the oil quality is very high and is usually only used by small companies or those specializing in producing high-quality oils. In contrast, large companies often use solvents and high pressure to increase production, although this can reduce the flavor and nutritional value of the oil. After mechanical pressing, what remains is the seed cake, which contains a small amount of residual oil. This seed cake is often reused in animal husbandry, thanks to its nutritional content. The extracted oil is pumped through a filtration system to clean out impurities. The initial extraction may contain small particles and some water, which must be removed to achieve high quality. The oil is sent to a settling tank to separate impurities. Here, the heavier particles sink to the bottom, while the oil floats to the top. This process is accelerated by a centrifuge which separates the water and impurities from the oil. The oil then passes through coarse filters to remove particles left over from the pressing and settling process. These coarse filters retain larger particles and materials. The oil will pass through the filters multiple times until it becomes lighter and clearer. To achieve pure quality, the oil is filtered through specialized filters such as cloth and filter plates, which retain the smaller particles and clarify the oil, resulting in a product that is virtually free of impurities. Another important step is deodorization, which removes volatile compounds that can cause undesirable odors and tastes in the oil. The oil is heated under vacuum and then passed through a deodorizing column. The volatile compounds evaporate and are separated, leaving the oil with a more neutral taste and easy to use. After deodorization, the oil is cooled and stored in tanks under controlled light and temperature conditions to maintain the quality of the oil throughout its storage. Once the oil has completed the refining stages and has been analyzed to ensure it meets quality standards, it is packaged in plastic bottles. During the packaging process, every necessary measure is taken to prevent the oil from being exposed to air and light to maintain its high flavor and quality. The plastic bottles are carefully prepared by turning them upside down and pumping them with high pressure air to remove any dirt inside, then repositioned ready for the oil filling process. Once filled with oil, the bottles are carefully capped. Each machine in the factory has a capacity of capping 22,000 bottles per hour, ensuring a fast and efficient process. Next comes the labeling step. The machine applies a thin layer of glue to the label and wraps it around the bottle. Once the bottles leave the labeling machine, the robot sorts them into groups of 12, then transfers them to shipping boxes. The sunflower oil barrels are stored in optimal conditions of temperature, humidity, and light to maintain the best quality before reaching the consumer. Thanks for watching. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest videos. Thanks and see you in the next videos.